Hello and welcome to a VinPilot tutorial. Today we will show you how to set the target temperature and the operating mode in your batch or tank. In principle, you can make the setting directly at the start of the batch or at any time afterwards in the temperature widget of the batch. Depending on the selection of the power line, you will be offered various operating modes. Let's go through them one by one. The first mode is the cooling mode. After entering the desired values and clicking on the save symbol, the controller adopts the desired settings. You will now see a blue cooling symbol on the tank. The symbol indicates that the tank is now in cooling mode. If the set temperature also turns blue, this means that the valve is also open and is actively cooling. The second mode is the heating mode. The setting options for cooling are identical here, except that there is a red heating symbol and the set point temperature is colored red when heating mode is active. Automatic mode is also possible with a separate line system. The setting options here are also identical to the previous modes. The symbol in the tank is displayed in green with AUT. The controller switches automatically between cooling and heating as required. Depending on which valve is currently open, the set temperature is displayed in blue or red. Automatic mode can be operated both as normal automatic mode or as energy-saving automatic mode. We have created an extra tutorial for energy-safe automatic mode, which we link to in the video description. Alarm thresholds can also be defined independently of the selected modes. The alarm threshold can be selected differently for the cooling and the heating mode. If the limits defined in the alarm thresholds are exceeded, an alarm is triggered, which is displayed via a red alarm symbol on the tank or, depending on the system settings, can also be sent by email or push message. Temperature alarms can also be suppressed for a certain period of time. This makes sense. For example, if you set a target value that is so far away from the current temperature that an alarm would be triggered immediately. To maintain a better overview, it is better in this case to set the system a time within which the specified temperature should be reached. An alarm is therefore only triggered if the set temperature has not been reached after this period of time has elapsed. Another mode is the temperature range. Instead of entering a single temperature value, you can define two temperature limits within which the temperature of the wine may vary. With this setting, the control only intervenes if one of the limit values is exceeded. For example, for red wine fermentation, you define the upper limit at 32 degrees and the lower limit at 20 degrees. If the wine has a current temperature of 15 degrees, the system will heat the wine to 20 degrees and then close the valve again. When fermentation now starts and the temperature in the wine slowly rises, cooling is only activated when the second upper limit value of 32 degrees has been reached. The cooling system will now keep the wine at the set maximum temperature of 32 degrees. If the temperature in the tank drops towards the end of fermentation, the heating is only activated again when the temperature falls below the threshold of 20 degrees and the wine is kept at the temperature of 20 degrees. Finally, there is the stop mode. This mode stops all cooling or heating actions. Whenever you have made a change in the temperature widget, a green symbol for saving appears in the window. Only when you have confirmed the changes by clicking on the symbol will the changes be accepted in the software and, subsequently, also in the controller. All changes you make to the temperature settings are recorded in the events together with your username. This means that it is always possible to trace who made which changes to the temperature settings and when. All the settings mentioned here naturally also apply if the settings are made via the app on the mobile phone.